I thank God for giving me this opportunity. I come from India. I represent a small organization, Jesus Enables Ministries. We not only give computer training for disabled persons, but also find them jobs, and at the same time give them the gospel of love. So, but we are reaching out to only 0.1% of the huge number of disabled people in India, 70 million. So I will talk from my perspective about how the global challenges are affecting people with disabilities. If you take India, we have both the cities where things are very much better, but the rural side is still suffering with poverty and other difficulties. If you take the villages, accessibility is very low. So, and also the attitude of the people there is usually according to the Hindu philosophy, it is a karma or a sin of the previous birth that they are born disabled. So the family is not very happy about including a disabled person. There is always a sort of as Steve said, it's a burden to have them in the family. And actually, in the previous census, they said that the families did not even want to mention the disabled person as an entity in the family. So that is the situation there. And to think of poverty where the earning member itself is having difficulty for their food and other things, to support somebody else, it's very difficult. So they always think, I have heard students, some parents come and tell me, I wish my daughter was dead, right in front of them. See how difficult it will be for that child. So that is the attitude of people. They think, can I send this person somewhere? Can I just go and leave them somewhere? Will somebody else take care? So that is a difficult situation. So, and of course, abuse is also very much there, because when a person is dependent on somebody for their daily basic needs, we can see how much they can abuse them, not only physically, emotionally. Every day it can be really very tough living in such an atmosphere of sort of bitterness and anger and so many difficult situations. So neglect and abuse is very much a part of a disabled person. And if you take a disabled girl, I have seen so many girls come up and tell that they have been asked to, young girls have been asked to just become a wife of the sister's husband or something like that. So there is a lot of sexual abuse also going on, and there is no voice for these young disabled girls to stand up for themselves. So that is the situation there.
Thank you. Did you want to address any of these other questions, or do you feel like you kind of summed it up there?
Actually, I want to tell one thing, like churches should come forward to include disabled people. That is one thing which is very much lacking, because if you take the world population and the percentage of disabled people, it's somewhere like 8 to 10%. That means if there are 100 people in a church, there must be at least 8 persons with disabilities. But where are they? If the church is not going to include them, who will include them? So God has told us that we should love our neighbor as ourselves. So if we can, each of us can take 1 minute and think, if I am in that position, if I am a person who cannot see, if I am a person who cannot hear, or if I am a person using a wheelchair, what will I want? How should I be treated? So we teach people with visual impairment also computers. So many times we have to put ourselves in that place and see, okay, if I am like this, then how I should be. That is what the Bible says. You have to treat others as yourself. So every time the church has to see to it that the disabled people are included. One thing is, physically they have a limitation. Emotionally, there is so much of, so much of discrimination everywhere that a disabled person goes. And spiritually, nobody really cares. This church is comfortable ignoring the whole group. They just want to go on as if nothing, there is no disabled person in society. So I think we should encourage our youth groups, especially, to go out, to reach out. Actually, in the Bible, Jesus went to the person who was a paralytic for 38 years. He went there and then cured him. 4 friends brought the paralytic man through the roof. So we need 4 people to bring disabled people into the church, into the gospel, to take the gospel to them. So we have to reach out. You can't just sit in the church and say, maybe they should come to church. It is not going to happen. We have to go out. So given this opportunity, I want to just say, please look around, and when you find a person with a disability, please reach out. Be the first to go and talk. First, you be genuinely concerned about their needs, and genuinely, if you show your love, I'm sure they will accept the love of Jesus very soon. Thank you.